You ever think a random moment on a subway could change the whole course of your life? Let me tell you, I used to laugh at stuff like that. But now, if you ask me, yeah, miracles show up when you least expect them, usually wrapped in the most ordinary day, sometimes in the form of a kid with a couple teeth missing and a voice too sweet for this world. And it all started on a day when I'd just about given up hope. So there I am, slumped on a sticky subway seat, suit wrinkled, head pounding with 1,000 regrets. My phone's pressed to my ear. I'm arguing with Chris, my poor secretary, asking him for the 100th time. Where is she? Sabrina can't have vanished into thin air. The divorce, I never wanted it, not for a second, but life happens fast when you're looking the other way. Chris is patient, but I can hear the exhaustion in his voice when he promises to check one more lead. And then I hang up, and there's this odd hush in the subway car. That's when I see her. A little girl, maybe 7, with brown braids and hands too small for all the grocery bags she's lugging, steps inside, her chin up, eyes scanning for a seat. She catches my gaze, gives me this open, gap-toothed smile, and asks, "Can I sit here?" Can you picture it? Whole world moving too fast, and she's got the courage to just ask. I nod, slide my bag over, and she sits careful, gentle like she's twice her age. There's sweat on her brow, but her spirit, man, it's something else. She's quiet for a moment, fishing a towel out of her pocket. Then she glances up and says, "You look sad." My mama says if you see someone sad, you should sing. Before I can say anything, she belts out, "You are the reason," soft but steady, not a care in the world who's listening. And as soon as she hits that chorus, the subway goes dead silent. I swear, you could hear hearts breaking and healing all at once. By the time she's done, my face is wet, and I'm not even embarrassed. That was our song, mine and Sabrina's, the one we played on every road trip, the one we danced to in our kitchen, the one I thought I'd never hear again unless it hurt. When I finally find my voice, I thank her, and she smiles like it's nothing. That's what my mama always sings to me when I'm sick, she says, her voice lisping on the S's. So I thought maybe it would help you too. And just like that, my day gets turned inside out. I ask her name. She says Mia, and if she's alone. She shrugs, says her mom's home sick, and she's just running errands. I know the way, she insists, and I believe her, but it doesn't feel right letting her walk those bags home by herself. So I offer to help, and she looks at me suspicious, like I'm asking for a secret password. "I can pay you in jelly cups," she says, holding up a fistful of wobbly candies. That's when I realize she's tougher than half the adults I know. I tell her, no, I don't want payment, and she just nods, says, "You gotta earn your keep, though," and laughs big and proud. We walk through her neighborhood, sun sliding down the buildings, and she never stops talking about her mom, about school, about her best friend who moved away. When we get to her house, red gate and all, she leads me inside without a second thought. The place is small but sparkling clean, every detail carefully arranged. "Mama's resting," Mia whispers, and her voice grows quiet, like she's carrying a secret. But as we're putting groceries away, I hear her cough weak, rough, and suddenly there's her mom, pale and leaning against the doorframe. Time stops. It's Sabrina. She looks at me, and I see all the years in her eyes, all the late nights, the heartbreak, the stubborn pride that pulled us apart. "Alex," she says, and I'm speechless. Mia's confused, and before anyone can explain, Sabrina collapses. Panic, fast and sharp, takes over. I get her on the couch, grab water, and tell Mia it's going to be all right. I call Chris, tell him to send a doctor, my voice shaking for the first time in years. In the lull that follows, while Sabrina sleeps, I make Mia dinner. She's chattering about how she'll be a doctor when she grows up, so she can take care of her mom. And as I watch her, I see my own stubbornness in her, something about her smile, the way she tries to fix everything. You know what I mean? That night, as Sabrina's fever breaks, she thanks me with more gratitude than I deserve. "You didn't have to help," she says quietly. I tell her I wanted to. "I missed you." She can't meet my eyes. "It's not that easy, Alex," she whispers, and I know trust takes years to build and a second to shatter. Here's the twist. I get confirmation, after a few discreet calls, that Mia really is my daughter. The dates add up, the way she eats soup with her left hand, even the dimple on her chin. But I wait for Sabrina to say it first. I want her to have that choice. She eventually admits it, tears streaming down, and I promise her whatever happens, I'm not going anywhere again. Days pass, we start moving like a family, awkward at first, but it gets easier. We eat dinner together. Sabrina starts laughing at my bad jokes again. Mia fills the rooms with singing. For a moment, it feels like maybe we're building something new out of all the broken pieces. But, yeah, nothing's ever simple. One day, Ava shows up, the old co-worker who caused all our trouble. She's back in town, bold as ever, try to worm her way in again. Sabrina snaps, throws coffee at Ava, tosses flowers, even chases her out with a broom. Mia hides behind me, scared, but I stand my ground. I choose my family, I tell Ava. You don't belong here. Sabrina and I have the fight we should have had years ago, all the old wounds ripped open. But after the shouting, after the tears, something shifts. We apologize, not just with words, but with the quiet forgiveness that only comes from hitting rock bottom together. From there, things actually start to mend. We remarry, nothing fancy, just us and a few friends, Mia tossing petals down the aisle, grinning like a fool. We move into a new place. Mia gets a baby brother. Sabrina starts a little flower shop. I learn how to put down my phone and pick up a bottle, change diapers, make dinner. It's messy, it's loud, it's real. You want the real ending? There isn't one. We have good days. We have days where it feels like the world's in a cave-in. I still work too much sometimes. Sabrina still gets quiet and distant. Mia still sings when she's scared. But we try. And I mean really try. We don't walk away anymore when things get hard. So I'll ask you, can people who hurt each other really start over? Is family about blood? Or is it about showing up for each other even after all the mistakes? If you've ever gotten a second shot of happiness, did you take it? Or did the past win again? Drop your stories below. Let's get real about what forgiveness, family, and love look like when the world isn't watching. Because if a little kid singing on the subway can remind a broken man what hope feels like, maybe there's a chance for the rest of us, too.